Dead Loner here, and today I'm reviewing one of my favorite NES games of all time, Werewolf, The Last Warrior. So, let's move on to the plot synopsis. The world is destroyed by Dr. Farian, a mad scientist who is possessed by an ancient spirit. He and his minions rule the world now, and it's up to one man who has been granted the magical powers of the werewolf, to stop Dr. Farian and his evil rule over the land. One cool thing about this game is the fact that they start you in a mini-boss battle. What a way to start a game. I like that they do this because right away you know what you're in for, and it demonstrates how weak your character is in his human form. The mini-boss is fairly easy. All you have to do is crouch, punch, and walk away. Rinse and repeat. After you win, you get a werewolf pickup and transform into the werewolf warrior, and you're ready to continue on your journey. Oh yeah. Another thing I would like to point out is that the whole game there's this weird guy who shows up and helps you out by giving you some advice. I should probably beat the game to find out who he is. But I'll just be lazy for now. The second coolest thing about this game is that when you punch, your fists turn into giant single claws that remind me of the hook arms from Terminator 2. And that's just awesome.
Dr. Corporate, approve memos, lead a workshop, remember birth.
And in case you were thinking this game isn't cool enough, you get to fight ninjas as well. Booyah! As you make your way to the end of the stage, you'll do something that goes against your every instinct in a video game. You jump down a hole. Yep, you jump down certain holes to progress in this game. Strange, I know, but that's how the cookie crumbles. As you make your way through the game, you will be hit up with challenges. Some will be easy, the rest will be hard. But that's why this game rules. Of course, it is possible to get through this game without ripping your hair out, unlike Ninja Gaiden, so it is possible to enjoy playing this game. Throughout the game, there are certain places that you can only reach as the werewolf. It gets annoying at times, but it is forgivable as you are never sure what item you will obtain. So you're better off just making through the level. So you're better off just making it through the level as quickly as you can. As you go through the second stage of level 1, you will find out that you can actually wield a gun. Kinda weird, but cool nevertheless. The first real boss is kinda easy if you know exactly what to do. All you need to do to take out the boss as quickly as you can is to jump backwards when it turns into those green ball globs. It renders you temporarily invulnerable to attacks, which is pretty dang sweet. Ah yes, level 2. What would a classic Nintendo game be without a sewer level? And yes, this level sucks just as much as any sewer level in any classic game. It's a sewer level, what do you expect? Anyway, you make your way through this level, but it's better for your gaming health to just travel through the sewer, and crap falls from the sky all around you. See, that is why this level sucks. I love this game to death, but I could have done without this level ever being made. So, once you make it to the end, you fight another mini-boss, and as you can see, I had a little trouble with this one. But I made it through the battle without dying, and I was awarded with another werewolf pickup. Booyah! That's what I'm talking about. I make it a bit further to the right of the screen, and the boss for this level stands there for a few seconds and runs away like a punk. So, you go after him and get a cutscene of yourself climbing a building. Yep. This stage gave me the most trouble. I tried recording the whole level, but I just kept dying and decided to quit playing. During the level, you have to climb and jump from one support beam to the next, all the meanwhile avoiding lightning striking you. That dang lightning is what got to me. That's why I quit playing. So, with that being said, to see more, I recommend playing the game. It's loads of fun and just all out awesome. That means it's time for my final rating. This time I will give it a more thorough rating than my last review, and I've decided to change the rating score. If it's good, thumbs up. If it's bad, thumbs down. Let's roll. First up, the music and the sound. The music is pretty good, and I've touched upon this subject on my last review. They didn't really switch it up much in the previous game, but they definitely switched up the music a lot in this one, and it was in the events and the stages, just different music. And of course it repeats throughout the rest of the stage, the main stage music I mean, but what do you do, you know? But all in all, the music was pretty good. And the sound effects are generic NES sound effects, 8-bit chiptune sound effects, you know. Nothing too serious, but they did use them very well and had a lot more sound effects, like different sound choices. Or they made good choices for different sound effects for each thing that happens within the game, and I like that a lot. So my total score for the music is 3 out of 5 thumbs up. I just like the music and the sounds. It was pleasing to the ear, and they did a real good job with it. Next up is the gameplay. The gameplay was solid and responsive. When you hit something, your fists made contact. Everything registered just fine, and all in all, it was smooth enough from one action to the next. And that's really all you need in control and gameplay. Basically. My final score on the gameplay is 3 out of 5 thumbs up. It was just fun through and through. What can I say? It's a fun game. Great gameplay. Really simplistic. Thirdly is the graphics. The color scheme is a bit boring to look at, and the backgrounds could have had a little more detail, but all in all, the color choices made every object and character distinguishable, so you knew what was what and who was where. Overall, the graphics were decent enough. You could tell what anything was, and nothing blended with the background, so that's a plus. My final verdict is 2 out of 5 thumbs up. Graphics could have been better, but colors were used properly, so it gets a 2. And now the overall score is 4 out of 5 thumbs up. What else can I say? The game is simple, easy to figure out, and you get to play it as a werewolf with the T-1000's hook arms. Come on, people! That is just the coolest thing ever. Well, I suppose that wraps things up for today. This is the Dead Loner signing off.
Talk to corporate, approve memos, lead a workshop, remember birthdays.